All right, welcome to Lookuptv trending news on this Tuesday. My name is Brian Amwai. Thank you so much for making time and trusting us to bring you up to date with the news making headlines across the country. Now let's begin. The new Nssf deductions set to take effect next month could be put on hold. This is after City Lawyer John Maina filed a case at the Milimani Law Courts challenging the new National Social Security Fund deductions. Now, the lawyer says that the economic outcome of the said implementation will impact negatively on the economy of Kenya because more employers will have to declare their workers redundant due to the increased running costs of maintaining their employees. Now, Maina now wants the court to certify the matter as urgent and issue a temporary order restraining the board of Nssf from implementing the contribution rates for 2024. Now, the new rates indicate that the lower earnings limit, or the amount that is considered the lowest pensionable salary, has been raised to 7,000 up from the current 6,000 shillings, with this category of employees set to contribute 420 from the current 360 shillings subsequently. Now, the upper earnings limit has now been hiked to 29,000 Kenya shillings from the current 18,000 Kenya shillings, meaning that most workers will contribute 1,740 up from 1,080 shillings. Now, each contribution will be matched by the employer, like it has been the case. Now, the said proposed deductions from the employees are coming at a time when Kenyans are inebriated with the high cost of living, with a shrinking pay slip because of a depressed economy. That is part of the statement. All right, moving on, Siaya Governor James Orengo has once again come out to defend the judiciary amid attacks from the executive. Now, the first-time governor slammed the head of state, insisting that they will not watch the judiciary, which is an independent arm of government, continues to be threatened by the president and his foot soldiers. However, Orengo admitted the presence of rogue judges nevertheless, noting that the entire judiciary should not be under attack based on the conduct of a few judges.
The President of the Republic of Kenya is the first person who should give an example to all of us why we should obey the law, and more so decisions made by the courts. Decision made by the courts. If they are corrupt judges, we agree that those judges' steps must be taken, and there's a legal process of how to take steps against judges who are corrupt or magistrates who are corrupt. There is a process, and they know about that process. But I want to say the only reason why the Kenya Kwanza Brigade is turning against the judiciary is because decisions have been made, not because of any wrongdoing, but decisions have been made by the courts which they didn't like. Decisions have been made by the courts that they don't like. They should now remember that the courts also made a decision in favor of Raila or against Raila and in favor of Ruto. And Raila said, we accept, but we do not agree. The president and his brigade must be in the forefront in promoting the rule of law. But I can tell you, the only reason why they are against the courts is because Umtata went to court and the court ruled against the state. And Umtata went to the court because of the Finance Act. And some of our lawyers, including Utinda Molo, they were in court to stand in for the people of Kenya, for the court to make a determination on the legality or constitutionality of the Finance Act. And the Finance Act is the law that has made prices go up, the cost of living go up.
Now to matters security rather. 8 people suspected to be cattle rustlers have surrendered as MCS from Isiolo, Laikipia and Samburu intensify campaign to recover stolen livestock through engagement with community elders. Now, the leaders have requested Interior CS Kithure Kindiki to shelve the idea of conducting security operation in the region to recover the stolen livestock and capture the criminals.
Na tuko hapa kama viongozi ambaye kutoka kwa pastoralist, tumekuwa na challenge Kenya mzima kwamba sisi ndio waisi, sisi ndio watupeleke watoto shule, tunaenda kuiba kabila zingine, na sisi kama viongozi hatuwezi keti wakati tuko na majina mbaya. Na wakati operation ilipangwa kwamba itakuwa na operation, obvious tuliona kwamba hatuwezi kwenda kuumiza innocent wale ambao wana hatia kwa sababu ya waizi. So mkutano ya leo, agenda kubwa sana ilikuwa ni kuidentify waizi, kwamba kama ni mtoto ya fulani, hiyo mtoto ya fulani julikane, ili tuondoke kwa hii general jina kwamba ni kila mtu ni mwizi. Na tumekuwa na hapa na tumeongea na suspect zote ambaye wako, tumejua, tumeambiwa na tunaenda kufanya uchunguzi.
Kile ambaye tulikuwa tumeomba CS Kindiki, sisi tunajaribu kuhakikisha kwamba kile tumesema imefanyika. Na tunaweka kwa vitendo, sio kusema kwa mdomo, tunafanya kwa vitendo. Kwa leo ile jamii ambayo tumekuja kukaa nao wametuomba siku 3, lakini tuliwapatia siku 1, hiyo ngamia itoke ikuje. Na yetu itaendelea. Sisi hatuna tupigi siasa na mtu, hatushindani na mtu, tunafanya ile kazi ambayo tumeombea CS, tutakuwa na result ya kupatia yeye.
Na pia tunataka kuripoti kwamba watu wetu wanatusikiza, because tumekuwa nao kutoka asubuhi, na ile kitu wametuambia ni kitu ambaye ni haki, ile ambayo tutapeleka mbele. Kwa hivyo nataka tu kuambia waziri pamoja na serikali ya kwamba sisi wote viongozi pamoja na jamii tumeamua kudumisha amani, tumeamua ya kwamba tunalaani vitendo yote ya wizi, na hata kama kuna wale pengine moja watakuwa wakifanya ama walikuwa wakifanya, tumeweza kuhimiza jamii yetu ya kwamba hii ni mila ambayo potofu, imepitwa na wakati, na lazima sisi turejelee katika hali ya kutafuta na kufanya maendeleo.
Now, to matters education, Ministry of Education officials in Embu County, led by the County Director Ruto Kipto, have called upon principals in secondary schools to ensure all students placed by the government in their institutions get admitted, even with fee balances. Now, speaking during an inspection tour of the Form 1 admission at Kangaroo School and Sacred Heart Kieni Girls, Koskei noted that ministry officials in the county are out in different institutions to ensure the admission follows the ministry guidelines. Now, she further urged parents to ensure that their students report to schools, adding that they will do a stock taking with principals in collaboration with all stakeholders to ensure 100% transition.
We are encouraging our parents to bring us the students who have been admitted, because all the learners have been placed in schools. So we expect all the parents to take them. For the parents who will not have done so, we expect that in the course of towards the end of this week, we will be able to do stock taking of the learners who will not have gone to school, and using the multi-sectoral team with the office of the county commissioner, we should be able to trace and bring those students to their respective schools. We have seen so many parents who have brought the boys, and the boys are ready to learn. They are willing and ready to learn. So we are also very happy that the school has complied with the regulations, and we are in the process of moving out to other institutions. My colleagues in officers in the county are in other schools monitoring the admission process. In this admission process, we are checking compliance to the government regulations, the ministry's guidelines on admission, and we are emphasizing the importance of admitting even the learners with needs, those who may have challenges with fees. We are encouraging our principals to admit them. So we are very optimistic that by the end of, maybe the end of tomorrow, and even Wednesday, most of the students will be in schools. So we are looking forward to a successful admission process. Finally, we are calling upon our principals to ensure that all learners who have turned up should be admitted. And for the parents who may still be having their students who have not brought to school, we are encouraging them that they should take them to the schools that they have been admitted.
All right, now following the drought being experienced in Samburu and Marsabit counties, livestock of several herders have died, leaving them hopeless. Now, Kenya Drylands Education Fund has offered full scholarship to 58 students that were affected by the drought. The drought rather. Now, the project launched 6 million scholarship to Form 1 students at Merile in Marsabit County. Ahmed Kura, Kenya Drylands Education Fund Executive Director, said that they have seen the need to support students as many parents have several problems due to the drought, adding that they offer scholarship each year to ensure the children from the pastoral communities access education like others.
Wana scholarship kila miaka ya wanafunzi kutoka jamii ambao hawajiwezi, na kuhakikisha kwamba watoto kutoka jamii ya wafugaji wanapata nafasi ya kupata elimu. Ni muhimu Kenya mzima ijue kuwa wafugaji wako tayari ku embrace education, na hawa wanafunzi watakuwa the future leaders ya watu wetu. Tunahitaji watu kutoka different professionals ambao ni local, na hii itatupatia sisi nafasi, na pia itasaidia jamii zetu ziweze kutoka hali ambaye ni ngumu.
Na ni furaha kubwa kwa sababu leo hapa tumejumuika ward nzima ya Laisamis na viongozi wote wa hii ward pamoja na sub county wakiongozwa na DCC hapa kuja kusherehekea kazi nzuri ambayo imefanywa na KDF kuweza kuzindua scholarship ama ufadhili wa masomo ya wanafunzi ambao wametoka katika sehemu zote za county hii ya Marsabit, lakini kwa wingi zaidi sehemu hii ya eneo bunge la Laisamis, kuanzia hapa Merile mpaka sehemu inaitwa Moite ambayo iko upande ule wa Loyangalani.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank KDF for sponsoring me, and I promise to work hard at high school so that I can become a journalist when I grow up.
Hii shirika la KDF kiongozwa na ndugu yetu Okura, ukiona wanafunzi ambaye wana sponsor ndio kutoka karibu kila pahali. Wale wasasi leo wamekuja kukutana hapa kutoka different locations ama different wards. Nafikiri imeleta amani katika hii ward na kila county yetu, na hii county yetu.
Now, sports enthusiasts in Kirinyaga County have expressed their concerns over the deplorable state of sporting facilities across the county, as well as lack of adequate support from the national and county governments. Led by James Bundi, they claim that the governments have abandoned stadiums which are in poor state and that have affected talent development among the youth in the remote areas. Now, speaking during the launch of Njuki Football Federation League, organized by a group of youth at Gatata Primary School grounds in Gishugu constituency, Bundi says that most of stadiums are not up to the required standards, posing a great risk to the football players. Now, as Roma have parted ways with head coach Jose Mourinho following a poor run of form, now the Giallorossi have won just one of their last 6 Serie A games and sit 9th in the league. Right, that does it for us here on Trending News on Lookuptv. Thank you so much for your time and trusting us to bring you up to date with the news making headlines across the country at this particular hour. Well, I'll see you at 9 p.m. on the Bottom Line KE with more news. Enjoy the rest of your programming here on Lookuptv. Good.